Hello and welcome to Blank Plate, a podcast for Swifties with an appetite.
I'm Sarah, and I used to be a little kid with glasses and a twin-size bed.
I'm Laura, and I'm a mess, but I'm the mess that you wanted.
And we've got a blank plate, baby, and we'll write your name.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. All right. Well, today we have a fun one because we're doing Opalite.
Yes.
Just a very, very happy, bubbly song. And we also have some exciting personal updates. So, Laura, why don't you tell us what's on your plate?
Yeah. Oh, not a big deal. I'm pregnant.
Yay!
Which is crazy. What you guys don't know, is that we recorded a podcast months ago where I announced my pregnancy. And then I came back to Sarah the day before the episode was released and I was like, I can't announce it yet.
Cut it. So, we gotta cut it.
Cut it. So Sarah graciously cut it.
If you guys noticed, there's an episode where we did not share what's on our plates. It's because
that's why
it got cut.
Yeah. So this is not new news to Sarah or to, the people closest to us. Even if you follow me on social media, I've posted it there, but I am pregnant. I'm due at the end of March, which is very exciting. But I'm glad we waited because, it hasn't been the easiest pregnancy. Definitely have had to battle some hurdles along the way. So yeah, I feel like everyone's once you get pregnant, everything works out. Guess what? There's so many things that could go wrong with pregnancy. Did you know?
I know.
Are people aware of this?
People don't always talk about it,
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm pregnant. It's crazy how it all happened. I won't share my full story, but basically I was told in my early 20s that I probably would not be able to have children, and basically made that my whole personality because that was, a thing. And Luke and I maybe a year-ish ago just basically started having a lot of wine drunk nights where we're like, should we at least just try? Will we regret it if we don't try it?
Yeah.
It's let's keep our expectations low. The expectation was that I was not going to be able to get pregnant because that's what I was told.
Right. Yeah.
So went into it super low stakes. And by some freaking miracle, I got pregnant, which was insane. Did not feel real. Sarah clocked it immediately before I had even told all of our extended family.
Yeah.
It was just an insane whirlwind time, basically end of the summer into the fall.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been crazy. It's been nothing but fun. And I say that facetiously, but honestly, it is a huge, I just feel lucky because I know, of course, for so many women to, see their friends go through pregnancy, Sarah's witnessing with me right now, where it's just unfair. I do not understand how it feels unfair that it happened so easily for me, to be honest. There's even telling Sarah was hard initially because I was I don't know how she's going to take this. Of course she's going to be happy for me, but there's so many complex feelings with it because I just know how much of an effort and how much strain it has been for you to get pregnant. So complex relationships, you guys, the complexity of womanhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know last time we recorded this, I said how it was so funny because you and I were about to record the one night and we were talking about stuff. And I was like, wait, are you pregnant? And you were like, yeah.
I was I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. And then I was saying, it was such a perfect visual representation of the complicated feelings because I was telling you genuinely I'm so happy for you, but also had tears in my eyes because it's
yes,
holy shit, wait, Lana got pregnant already? It was apparently so easy,
right.
But also I know if there's anyone in my life who would get pregnant and understand exactly how I'm feeling. Like, it's you, you know?
Yes.
So like, I trust that you know that I'm like obviously
Right.
super happy and excited for you guys.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, for me, it was like something to process, you know, which I had talked to you about and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, like, it's obviously nothing about you. It's just like,
The
whoa.
unfairness of what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
also like,
for me too, it was like this thing where I deeply know like how much work it has been for you and how many
mhm,
disappointments there have been along the way that it felt like it just felt unfair. I felt very lucky, of course, and like I was like
mhm,
beyond like so many emotions involved. But it was also one of those things where I was just like, this feels unfair for me to just be like, guess what, Sarah? I'm pregnant. So I'm glad it
yeah.
sort of came out the way that it did because I didn't have
Mhm,
to make the announcement. You just sussed it out
yeah.
and
Well,
it
that's
was what
the
it
thing, you
was.
know,
And
like when two friends like talk so openly about like trying to
yes,
conceive and stuff, it's like it's pretty easy to clock it when I'm like, you know, Laura didn't tell me this thing recently. What if she's
yeah, I wonder
pregnant?
if she got her period right.
Right.
So,
Um, but yeah, I'm like so happy for you guys. I'm so glad that you don't have to go through infertility treatment and stuff.
yeah.
Because also, like, you know, originally you and Luke were thinking like, oh, we probably won't have kids, and then when you started to like change your mind and be like, I think we do want to try, you know, the one of the things I said was like, do whatever you guys want to do. Like, I support any choice you guys make, but the world is going to be lucky to have you guys as parents. Like, sincerely. Like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
really
so you're
excited.
gonna make me cry.
Why did I just make myself
It doesn't take much for me to cry, thank
cry?
you.
No, but like,
It is
I'm
very
so happy for
weird.
you guys and stuff. So, yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
No, it's really
thank you.
exciting. And like, I know your journey getting here has been really interesting in your own way too. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
it's
I have lots of
amazing.
complex feelings about being pregnant and also like how becoming pregnant basically has changed like everything about how I view about what my life was in my 20s because I lived assuming
Hmm.
that I couldn't. Like so there's a lot of feelings.
Yeah,
I have written a lot about it. So if you subscribe to my Substack, I'm sure there's going to be pieces in the future where I'll unpack all of this, but
yeah.
it is like it is obviously very exciting. Baby shower invites are being sent out. Like, you know, the
Hmm.
name has been chosen. Like, you know, the nursery is getting set up. So, yeah, it's happening. It's all
Yeah.
happening. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's on my plate. I'm pregnant.
It's
So,
a lot on your
it's a
plate.
big one. It's a
And
big
you're
one.
now eating for two.
Eating for two. I've had weird food cravings.
Yeah.
Not really weird as in like flavor combinations, but like my first truly odd one is that I had like this hankering at the grocery store to get all the ingredients for a dirt cup. Do you remember
Oh,
like a
like the
pudding
pudding
dirt
thing
cup?
with
Yeah.
Oreo bits and
Yeah.
stuff?
And gummy worms. There has to be gummy worms in it.
Oh.
So
Mhm.
I made those this week. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
very strange, but
Well, I told you, I think it was my very first round of IVF, back when I was doing the shots for like an egg retrieval that never happened that first time. um, I realized later that I was having cravings because one of the main hormones I had to shoot into myself was actually the pregnancy hormone.
mhm.
And like that week or two, I was craving tuna fish sandwiches like I've never craved
And
them
at
in
the
my
time
life.
you just thought that was normal. You were like,
I
"Oh,
was
I
just
just
like,
want to."
wow. Like, I was like, I desperately eat a tuna sandwich every day.
That's so weird.
And then, like, it kind of stopped when I stopped the shots. And then I looked back and I was like, wait a second.
That
That
was
was like
definitely a weird
pregnancy
pregnancy
hormones.
craving. Yeah. Yeah.
It only happened that one time, though. So
It's so
I don't
weird.
know.
Like, I cry all the time. I want weird foods. I definitely get
Yeah.
like angry, hungry really quickly.
Mm,
So that's where we're at.
yeah.
I'm also not quite at the point where I'm popped yet. Like, I'm definitely wider. Also, by the way, if you watch our reaction videos to the Life of a Showgirl, I look very pregnant and like the angle, like, and I was like, it's so obvious that I'm pregnant or whatever, but like, I haven't like filled out that like bump yet.
The bump, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come, but like, I'm very like wide in the center, and like, I don't like pregnancy, like, is like the body is just like constantly weird. But anyway, it's.
Well, how many weeks are you at right now?
I'm at 19 and a half weeks. So by the time this podcast comes out, I'll probably be like 20-ish some.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think for most people, the bump usually pops around like 20 weeks or something, like 5 months.
It's going to take a couple weeks, but I'm getting there. But
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
so anyway,
that's Laura's exciting news.
Yeah, there you go. And you also have some good. This is like very Opalite. Like this
It is
happy news updates. What's on your plate, Sarah?
Okay, so we're recording this on a Thursday, and just 2 days ago was Tuesday, Election Day. And my husband Josh was running for Lehigh County Executive, which is basically like governor, but like of a county instead of the state. And only a few counties in PA even have a county executive. So if you're like, oh, I've never heard of that, like that's probably why.
Right.
But he won. He won in like a landslide. It was like 61 to 39%. So
democracy rules. Yes.
Super exciting. Had a really fun watch party night with like all the local Democrats in Allentown, and like the mayor got reelected, and it was just like all of our friends who were running for things, because of course like that's like all of my friends run for office now because I'm in that political scene here in the Lehigh Valley. So yeah, it was just like a really exciting time, and Josh has worked so hard to get here. Like he announced his campaign back in December, so almost a year ago, but he had been doing things behind the scenes to prepare to run for like at least a year or two leading up to that. So this has been a long time in the making for him. So super proud of him. And he's actually going to be, because he's 31 right now and he'll be 32 when he's sworn in, he will be the youngest county executive ever for Pennsylvania. And he will be like currently the youngest county executive in America.
Crazy.
Sure. So
thank God. We need more young blood in our politics. Like, but we need the young blood in office. Like, thank God. And also, actually, wait, this makes you first lady, right? You're first lady of Lehigh County.
First lady of Lehigh County. Yeah.
Hello.
But yeah, actually, like 2 years ago, there was a younger woman named Sarah, actually, who became the youngest county executive in PA for Allegheny County. And she's like 38. So she only got to be the youngest for like 2 years. And now Josh is knocking her out of that spot. But yeah, it's exciting to see a lot of younger people in office.
Absolutely.
You know, we gotta get some new blood in the system.
We sure do. We got to get these old folks out.
Yeah, we do. But anyway, other than that, my other good news is I think it was just our last episode where I was talking about how I had to do that like mock cycle to check my uterine lining and do a biopsy. Well, today I got the results, and the results showed that my uterine lining was receptive, which is exactly what we wanted to hear. So that means we now know
exactly the news we needed.
Yeah, we now know the exact like timing and medication protocol to use to make sure that my uterine lining is receptive for an embryo when we do my embryo transfer. So please keep me in your thoughts, because next step is embryo transfer.
Yeah, so schedule it up.
Exciting and scary.
It's very exciting. A big relief for you, because you've been waiting.
Yeah.
God forbid you had to do that thing again.
Oh my God. Getting a receptive result like made it really worth it that I did it a second time. But yeah, I feel like very prepared at this point. I think there's like literally nothing else I can do at this point except like pray. So, but the crazy thing too is like, even with like a healthy embryo and like an apparently healthy uterus and stuff, like there's still only like a 60% chance of success with an embryo transfer. It's not even like 80, it's 60. And with me having probably endometriosis, it might even be more like 50 at this point. But everything
you've done all the work. Yep.
Everything that we've done to adjust things for me has brought my chances up from like 20 to 30% up to that 60%.
Right.
So, fingers crossed, toes crossed, light your candles, say your prayers.
Yes. Do all the things. Operation Get Sara Pregnant is in full swing. Right. We did the tests. Now we transfer.
Right. Yeah.
And then we ask for the stickiest baby ever.
Yeah. Seriously. I hope. But yeah, so that's exciting.
Exciting stuff. It's very exciting stuff. It's good news.
Very good news.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a lot about us today.
Hello.
Lots to share. Moving on to Taylor updates. So Taylor has been nominated for the 2026 Songwriters Hall of Fame. And this is pretty cool because you're not eligible to be nominated until it's been 20 years after your first commercial release of a song. So her first single, Tim McGraw, was released in 2006. So in 2026, next year, which is when the awards are, it'll be 20 years. So she's being nominated in her first year of eligibility.
Right. Incredible.
Which I couldn't find whether or not she's the first songwriter to be nominated in their first year of eligibility or not. But I think I did see that she is the first one from this century. So like, because Tim McGraw came out in 2006, I guess she's the first one whose like first song was released in the 2000s.
Yeah.
To be
also
nominated.
Like in 2010, she received the Hal David Starlight Award for the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And if she were to be selected, she would become the first person to graduate from the Starlight Award to an established like full membership status, which is crazy. So that and also like other nominees for this year include LL Cool J, Kenny Loggins, Pink, and David Byrne, amongst a bunch of others. But like she's obviously the youngest in that category. Talking about young people coming in.
Yeah.
And like what was interesting to me is that I guess they have to spotlight a selection of songs to sort of showcase the artist like resume, if that makes sense. So the songs they chose were All Too Well 10, Blank Space, Antihero, Love Story, and The Last Great American Dynasty. I think that's a great resume of Taylor Swift's writing.
Yeah.
I think with All Too Well, we get like the whole, first of all, a 10-minute story in a song. Also like the cultural like moment that was for fans. Love Story is just like the ultimate bop of a country pop song that she wrote. Also like kind of timeless at this point. Like Blank Space is a perfect pop song. The Last Great American Dynasty, again, more of that storytelling element. And Antihero is like a pop song that uses like great vocabulary. And sort of more displays like her current, or I guess like her production style that she's known with Jack. So
it's also like a pop song, but very introspective and personal,
self-aware.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And then like Blank Space, she's kind of like writing from a persona, a kind of like satire. Love Story, we've got the like reinvention of Romeo and Juliet. Like you said, The Last Great American Dynasty, the storytelling of a different person, Rebecca Harkness, but then she also ties it into herself, which is really interesting. And then All Too Well 10-minute version. I mean, that's just masterclass.
That's gotta go on it. Yeah,
right.
Definitely. I mean, I'm very surprised that there's not any on Tortured Poets or really. I mean, I know The Last Great American Dynasty is from Folklore, but I feel like there's so many other songs from her list. But I mean, how would you ever pick? Like,
right. Yeah.
How would you ever pick? I think this is a great selection for her resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tell me about this idea that you saw shared online.
Well, since it wasn't super busy on like Taylor updates, which by the way, by the time this comes out, there's probably old news that we will be missing. But just like a mind-bending idea that I saw online somewhere. It was like a comment that I saw on a TikTok, and I wish I would have screenshotted it. But someone made the comparison to say Lover, the album, was all about Taylor telling us how much she loved Joe. The Life of a Showgirl is all about Taylor telling us how much Travis loves her, which is just like this interesting paradox, because I think a lot of people now can go back and revisit Lover. And like at the time, we thought this was like, oh, this is like her love album. She spoke about the Tiny Desk concerts, how she was worried about if she ever fell in love, like, will I ever be able to write great songs again? But Lover is often like, now we look back on it and we're like, this is about her telling us how much she loved this person. And maybe it wasn't the greatest of, like, I don't know.
Right.
Like there's riddled anxiety, riddled with like, I don't know, caution and fear, versus Life of a Showgirl is much more about just like unabashed love, kind of like,
right.
You know, very positive. And it's more about like Taylor telling us how much she feels loved, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I think that's accurate.
I think it's kind of an interesting concept.
And I think it makes sense for like a shift in her songwriting from that like relationship perspective, seeing as how this relationship, even to us from the outside, seems so different from what she's had before. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just another little thing. Today we got the release of the Fate of Ophelia Loud Luxury remix, which I am so stoked for. Like, this is what I was wanting. Okay. The club remix of the Fate of Ophelia. I probably listened to it like 20 times today.
Haven't listened to it yet. That's how busy my day is, but I will.
Yeah. Well, my other like question about this is with these like Fate of Ophelia, like the acoustic stuff and whatever, she's been releasing them as singles that you have to buy first. Like, so I bought it for like 69 cents on Apple iTunes or whatever today. But I was wondering, like, you know how with all the like variants of the album and like the digital variants, they contribute to the like album sales numbers to help her get to that like 4 million that she got to beat Adele. I feel like she must be doing something like that for the Fate of Ophelia as a single, because normally these things just kind of get like pushed to streaming. But the fact that she's releasing it first as something to purchase like a week before it goes to streaming, like there must be something going on there, don't you think?
Probably. I feel like there has to be some sort of strategy with, I mean, I am glad that it's eventually going to streaming, don't get me wrong, but it is like an exclusivity thing. Like, you know, you want to hear it. As you know, we're gonna eat it up. Like, waiting a week feels like torture.
Right.
So I don't know. There has to be some kind of strategy involved with something marketing, something with numbers, because there has been a lot of Fate of Ophelia.
Because it is her biggest single ever, I'm pretty sure, with how it's been performing. So yeah, I don't know if like the sales of that contribute to something, but honestly, I hope so, because otherwise I'm like, girl, why are you selling this? Just put it on streaming. Do you need the 69 cents? I don't think so.
Right. Not sure. Right. But I do love a remix. And I loved all of her stripped back songs, like Wishlist is so good. But I just people are loving all the different like takes on her songs from the album. So I feel like
She could
Embrace it.
release like
Keep giving us more.
5 more Fate of Ophelia remixes with different DJs, like what she did for Antihero. I'll buy all of them.
Or Willow.
Right.
Wasn't Willow another one we got? Yeah.
Yeah. The Dancing Witch remix is my favorite version of Willow. So
yeah. Bring it on.
I will buy it for 69 cents is worth it just for how much I listened to it today.
If I could make a request, I want Actually Romantic to rip. Like, I want an actual rock song. Like, if I feel like it suffers from that thing where it's like, we're just teetering on, like, it could be, like, I want her to, like, full throttle. Give me the rock version of that.
Yeah.
I would eat that up. Eat it up. Anyway, today we're talking about Opalite. Album, obviously, Life of a Showgirl, released October 3rd, 2025. Written and produced by Taylor, Max Martin, and Shellback. Fountain Quill or Glitter Gel Pen. I think we're both in agreement that this is the iconic glitter gel pen.
Yeah. This is full glitter gel pen.
100%. When it comes to sister song / related album, I thought like the most similar song was probably going to be Wood. The concept of like making your own luck, making your own happiness, like man-made sort of like changing the prophecy type of like, you know, you have to take life into your own hands. And it's also just cheeky and fun, just like Wood is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely thought that too. Like even the first few times listening to the album, I was like, oh, Wood and Opalite kind of have like similar sentiments to them. But after like doing this episode, I went back up in our notes and I decided my honorable mention for sister song is the Albatross, because it has a similar messaging of like not letting the little things get you down, or like not letting all the like chatter about being with Taylor like get you down, and also that Taylor will protect her person.
Yeah.
Is evident in both of those songs. So we'll play a couple clips from the Albatross so you'll hear what we're talking about.
Yeah, totally different tonality, but the concept is very, very similar.
Yeah.
Related album, I said Lover. Sonically, it could fit in.
Totally.
I just think there's no other match there, really.
I agree, Lover. And I kind of think that this song is like the vibe and success that she wanted originally for me from Lover.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
100%. But once again, this goes back to my theory where it's like the whole like thought and theme of me is like, you should love me because there's nobody like me. Let me convince you that you should love me. Versus this one being like, we're gonna hand in hand, we're taking on the world. Like, you know, like it's just like it's a, you know, there's subliminal clues there about how the relationships are different. You know, but Me is one of my least favorite songs ever.
Same.
But she loved it so much. Like you can't hate her for it, but maybe it was the vibe that she was originally going for, and like it just didn't quite fit together. Like, yeah.
But yeah, it's way more successful here with Opalite.
100%.
And you can see it because I think Opalite is the second most popular song on the album on streaming.
So personal associations with the song is so funny because we have kind of similar, I mean, how can you not have similar thoughts about this? But I just feel like this is going to be like every wedding ceremony exit song, you know, like when after they announce like announcing for the first time Mr. and Mrs. blah blah blah, and they kiss and then they like run down the aisle, like can't you hear that song playing? Like, it's like that's gonna be like the wedding song. Also, this song just has like a certain holiday Christmas vibe to it. Like you're in the department store like shopping with your mom around the holidays. I don't know what it is per se, but it's like all I would need is like a jingle jangle and it would be a Christmas song. You know?
It's so funny because like I love Christmas music so much. And like I understand what people are saying, but I don't hear Christmas when I listen to it. For me, it's very summery. But I get it. If you added some sleigh bells and put Christmas lyrics, 100%.
Yeah.
This could be a banging Christmas song.
Yeah. To me, I can just imagine it. Just needs a little jingle jangle in the back. Give me some jingle bells.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, like I do love this song, but even though it's like a million times better than me, it still leans like a little bit too corny for it to be like a super favorite of mine. But I also like always have a blast when it's on. And it's hard because with this album, like I feel like the bar, it's like they all clear the bar really, really well. But then you have the few that you love so much. So even the other ones, you're like, it's not my favorite, but like I do love it. It's great. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
just I have other ones I like more. Um, but for me, like I don't get like the holiday shopping like Christmas vibe. I said during our first listen that this feels like Saturday morning music to me. Um, and so I feel like I see a montage in my head from a movie. Like we kind of talked about this too. Like it's like a very like rom-com
Yep.
montage or something. Like I'm picturing it where like everything is starting to go the person's way in the movie. And then there's this montage with Opalite playing. It's like picture them like waking up, the sun is shining, birds are chirping out the window. They like make their bed, they do a little stretch, they like, curtains open, birds outside. Then they're like making their coffee and the toast pops up at like the perfect time. And then they're like cleaning and dancing and singing into their broom. And then they like go out into the world and everyone's smiling at them and like good things keep happening. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like that vibe.
100%. Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
And I think okay, I agree. This song is like a little bit too much of a corn fest for me to consider it one of my favorites for sure. But I also think that like in the right moment, it hits so well. But I also can see why if you are miserable and having a terrible day, if the song Opalite comes on, I'm going to skip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you're in your I'm a mean one, Mr. Grinch mode, like
Yeah.
you're not going to be listening to Opalite. So it is like very happy go lucky, which like is refreshing, but also
Right.
just, you got to be in the right spirit. So yeah, I like
Yeah.
the movie montage idea of it for sure. If this were the 2000s, it would absolutely be included in like a beginning sequence like that for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
Folklore of the song, we did get a lot of explanation from Taylor about what the song's about, but generally it's about overcoming like hardship, learning to grow, and making your own happiness despite all of it. Just like a man-made stone, which is opalite, you have to make it yourself. And we do know that Travis said this was his favorite before the album came out. So
yeah,
hits for Travi.
All right. So Taylor said, Opalite is a song that word was something I wrote down just because I thought it was beautiful and came back to it when we were writing to this really like infectious, hooky track. And opalite is man-made opal. So I've always loved opals. My mom has always loved opals. It's kind of like our thing, one of our many things. And yeah, I love the metaphor of like a man-made opal and like you also had to make your own happiness in your life. You had to get yourself through some difficult times to get to the positive place you're in now. I really love the idea that the sort of man-made gemstone jewel is also a metaphor for your own choosing your own path to happiness, making it yourself. It was man-made. It didn't just happen to you. You had to fight for it, you had to work for it, and you had to earn it.
Yeah, so she said, Opalite is a song on my album that I think is just so infectiously, contagiously happy, and really an expression of how the song is itself about choosing happiness and getting through rough times. Adversity and really choosing your own joy and sort of a path to joy. And it didn't just accidentally happen for you. Opalite is actually a man-made opal, and I kind of took that metaphor of a man-made gemstone and applied it to, what if you could make your own happiness? And like, I really love that sort of comparison between the two and that analogy. And it turned into one of the fairer songs on the album.
I wonder if she actually said fairer. That seems weird. Or maybe she said one of my favorite. I don't know.
Favorite, yeah.
I'm honestly like kind of surprised about the sentiment of this song. because we've all latched onto this idea about how Taylor and Travis seem so like meant for each other. It seems like fate. But here Taylor is kind of saying like, no, we made our own happiness. Like we found each other and we made this happen. And it kind of goes back to Wood being like a sister song about like not needing luck. Whereas like, I feel like you could look at her and Travis as being like super lucky. Like it would almost make you more superstitious, but she's like, I don't need superstition. I did this myself, which is really interesting to me.
Right. Yeah. And I think a lot of people harken back to how like the prophecy, Taylor mentions how like she just wants somebody and change the prophecy. Why is the prophecy? Like, let it once be me, blah, blah, blah. So Taylor believed in a lot of these superstitions and fates that it wasn't going to work out for her. And this is her basically counter arguing and being like, no, like, in fact, it's not about fate. It's just about like saying and making your own happiness. And like, that's all that it really is, which is, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it kind of makes sense because if you look at it, well, I mean, if you look at it from a non-relationship perspective, like all the crap that Taylor's gone through and the way she has that knack for flipping things around and turning it into something amazing, like all the Kim and Kanye stuff, she turned it into the album Reputation. And then obviously losing her masters, she turned that into the re-recording project and the Eras tour. And now she owns her masters because she did all that work to make it happen. And with Travis, you could look at it like she went through all these other relationships and had to get herself through. And then if you look at her relationship with Joe, it sounds like she's the one who ended that and walked away because she realized it was like no longer serving her. So like she made that decision. And then when Travis reached out very publicly, she decided to go for it and make that choice. Like she could have ignored that, you know?
Right.
But yeah, really, it's like a lot of little decisions that both of them made that led to them being happy together. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool. We're going to get into the song now. So let's listen to verse number 1.
I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last.
Oh, awesome.
I decided to split our verse into 2 because there's a lot to unpack in that first section.
Yeah.
So I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. Well, we definitely know that's true based off of her music. So
yeah, she definitely ruminates on those past relationships. Like, just look at her songs.
That's how she rolls. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we get My Brother Used to Call It Eating Out of the Trash, which, as we may or may not remember, Sarah thought that it was going to be eating out of the
ass.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's where my brain went.
That's where your brain went. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that Austin has finally gotten his shine. Like, we get to hear it from Austin. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, we need someone to keep us real.
Yeah.
I actually think that this line has a couple of subliminal clues. So, lovers past, of course, lover, Joe. But also like Taylor missing lovers past, like these like the attempt to rekindle flames. That's Maddie, like for sure. So basically our 2 muses of tortured poets are being called back to the table for this. And of course I thought of like, you know, bad habit of missing lovers past, trying to rekindle this flame reminded me of this line from LOML.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames if we know the steps anyway?
Yeah.
And there
Plus,
it is.
it sounds like she and Joe were maybe a little bit on and off as well. And we look back at All Too Well 10-minute version. I think she and Jake Gyllenhaal were on and off for a period of time. So yeah, I think Taylor maybe does have a little habit of going back to people.
Yeah.
But I mean, Austin's right, because like it's never gonna last. Like, why go back to something that's broken? It was in the trash for a reason, you know?
Preach it.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue listening to this verse since we're only halfway.
I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts and all the perfect couples said when you know, and when you don't.
All right. This one. I thought my house was
Again,
haunted.
some pretty coded songs. Yeah, exactly. House.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe Lover House could have been haunted.
Yeah.
But it also made me think of Who's Afraid of Little Old Me.
So all you kids can sneak into my house with all the cobwebs.
Yeah. The house is haunted. It's empty.
Because she doesn't literally say it's haunted there, but I always pictured that as like her being like the witchy haunted house that all the kids think she's the witch who lives there. And, you know, they on Halloween, they want to try to like sneak in or whatever. So, yeah. And then we've got our trigger word of the song, which is I used to live with ghosts.
Ghosts. Loaded word. Of course, the image of Antihero's music video comes to mind where her house is literally filled with ghosts. So actually, let me start with that one with Antihero.
When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also have this doozy.
My beloved ghost and me sitting in a tree. DYING.
Classic.
And then we have these two from LOML.
Holy Ghost, you told me I'm the love of your life.
And this.
Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeits dead.
And Florida.
Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine.
Listen, Taylor loves a ghost. She loves being haunted.
In the Taylor Swift thesaurus, yes.
Yeah.
This is a trigger word for us, definitely.
Yeah. And she says, and all the perfect couples said, when you know, but she did Easter egg this in the New Heights podcast because she was talking about this kind of, and she was like, when you know, like she said it like she repeated it, like when yeah, when or something like that. But it could also be like a subtle nod to Lana Del Rey's song called Margaret, which one of the lyrics is when you know, which is about Jack Antonoff meeting his now wife, Margaret Qualley. So there's that. But then she says, and when you don't, you don't. And my confusion about this line is like, does this mean like if it's not a yes, it's a no? Like if you don't know, then if it's not I know, then you don't know, right? Or does it mean it's just like really hard when you aren't sure and you don't know what to do? Do you know what I mean?
I take it as the first option. Like, I imagine this being like, this is a conversation between like, if it is Jack and Taylor, where she's like, how did you know that Margaret was the one for you? Like, how did you know? And he was like, well, when you know, you know. And when you don't, you don't. Like, you just know. It's just like inherent. Like, you just have this, innate feeling that this is the right person. So I take it as like, if it's not a yes, it's a no. So when you don't feel that way, then it's not the right person for you, basically.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, that's how I take it. But it could be taken both ways, I think.
I'd be curious to hear her actually explain it, because I feel like a lot of people really like this line, but I'm over here like, okay, but what does she actually mean? Because I'm not sure.
What does that mean? Yeah.
What do you mean, Taylor?
I take it as if it's not a yes, it's a no. Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the most likely answer.
Because she changes it. She changes it later. So it's only the time you'll hear that. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go into pre-chorus 1.
Okay, here it is.
And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong.
All right. And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. So this made me think of, like, Taylor has been through breakups so many times, and it could happen again. Like, I've made mistakes in relationships. I'll probably do it again. And even if it's not like personally for her, because I think she feels extremely secure with Travis, it's at least something that just like happens all the time. Like, everyone has seen this happen. They'll see it again. It's been around like since the dawn of time. But it did remind me, where is it? Of this part of How Did It End?
Come one, come all, it's happening again.
Yeah. Like, here we go again.
Yeah. It happens. Breakups happen. Life is a song. It ends when it ends. Like, yeah, relationships end. It's just like the natural course of action. Like, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And like, life is a song. It ends when it ends. I remember when we listened to it the first time, I was like, that's actually a really nice sentiment. Like, there's no point in like holding on, like kind of what Austin was saying. There's no point in trying to like take someone out of the trash. Like, life is a song. It ends when it ends. You can't like recreate the original piece. Whatever it is going to be a weird replication of it. Don't waste your time. Like,
yeah.
And we know, like we talked about with Taylor, she probably is someone who has gone back and forth with guys many times, including, as we mentioned, this line from LOML.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames if we know the steps anyway?
Like, she knows the steps. Like, she's willing to like recreate the song, but it's like, life is a song. It ends when it ends. Like, period. Lesson learned.
Yeah. I also really like it as it's kind of a nice way of describing relationships as like a song. Like, when it's over, it's over. And like, you can be sad that it's over. It could end up not being right for you, but also they are all like unique and interesting in their own way, and maybe, at the very least, like have something to teach you. So it made me think of one of my favorite lines ever from Happiness.
I was dancing when the music stopped.
And then also this one from How Did It End that we love.
We learned the right steps to different dances.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
It's
you know
nice.
the song. Yeah. I love the saying, I was wrong, because specifically I feel like it's a callback or a call forward to Wish List with this lyric.
Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot. I thought I had it right once, twice, but I did not.
did not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this whole song leading up to this point is kind of saying like, yeah, like I've been through some stuff in relationships. I have made mistakes. I have had things end. I've tried to get back with people when I shouldn't have. I lived with ghosts. I thought my house was haunted. People tell me when you know, and but life is a song. It ends when it ends. And I was wrong. I was wrong. So,
and we're moving forward. Yeah. Skits
as being like,
oh, go ahead.
She was wrong about the prophecy. 'Cause like,
right.
Because it's like she's kind of recanting like all of her past mistakes in relationships, and then how she says like they've seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. Like, oh, all my relationships are gonna end. I was wrong. Like about all of that. Like the prophecy.
Yeah.
I was wrong about what the prophecy was. I didn't need to change the prophecy.
Right.
It was here all along. I was just wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just wrong. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that too. It's a positive spin on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's bebop to this chorus. Here we go.
But my mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Oh my Lord. Never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine. But now the sky is opalite.
Love it.
So cute.
But my mama told me it's all right. All right, Andrea, teacher. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. So like she literally did this on the Eras tour. Like during Delicate, like the cracks of the lightning strikes, but also like how many times did we see the amazing thunderstorms that were happening like right outside of the Eras tour?
True. Yeah.
But it is like an illusion, I think, for like this lyric from This Is What You Came For, which like, by the way, like we know is Taylor, but like she hasn't recorded, but we know that Taylor wrote it. So anyway.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
Like lightning strikes every time she moves, to me, is kind of a metaphor for how like everything Taylor does, people want to strike her down. Like lightning strikes every move that she makes. People are willing to like tear her down, overanalyze it, take her down with it. But now she knows how to maneuver and literally dance through the lightning strikes and find joy in it. Like instead of letting those lightning strikes take her down, she knows how to work with it, and she knows how to like literally dance through the storm.
Totally. Yeah. Like people are always coming for her, but she knows how to work with it now. Like she's very seasoned in this. Even though she's always been pretty good at it. So.
Not new for her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleepless in the Onyx Night. I mean, anytime we hear sleepless makes us think of Midnights, which is her 13 sleepless nights
course.
Throughout her life.
Right.
But it also made me think of this line from Clean, which, I mean, in general, Taylor loves to talk about the sky a lot in her songs. But another time that she talks about the sky being like black is in Clean.
Hung my head as I lost the war, and the sky turned black like a perfect storm.
Yeah.
But now the sky is opalite. So, and opalite is man-made, so you had to make this happiness for yourself. You did it. You changed it from the onyx night into opalite.
which, as we know, Opalite is very dreamy. It's, it's very like crystally and like shimmery and beautiful. Which we've, like you mentioned, like Taylor talks about the sky a lot as a metaphor, but like we've heard her use the sky as a darker sort of metaphor with a couple songs, including this one from Maroon.
Looked up at the sky and it was
what a great song.
Yeah. And then, like I mentioned earlier about the Albatross actually being kind of like a sister song here, we have this line from the Albatross.
And when that sky rains far on you, and your persona non grata.
Yeah, so that's another time where the sky does not look very good. And then we also have her...
Not Opalite.
We also have her talking about a not so happy sky in Bejeweled.
Sapphire tears on my face, sadness became my whole sky.
So she's looked up at the sky and it was like deep, dark red maroon. The sky is raining fire on her. Sadness became her whole sky. And she's like, I was wrong. Actually, the sky is Opalite because I made it that way. Like,
right. Yeah.
It's
also,
great.
I just have to say, in general,
change of pace.
In general, going into this song, I was thinking like, oh, it's Opalite. It's so like sweet and breezy and fun and like glittery. But then we actually have like so many connections to make to her other songs, and
I know
it's actually like much deeper than it kind of seems like it is at surface level.
Yeah. What I'm learning about Life of a Showgirl is like initially we're like, oh my God, our shows are like, our episodes are going to be so much shorter. Like there's not that much to unpack. Like Tortured Poets was so dense, like blah, blah, blah. That's not true at all. Like we've had just as many song clips and like notes for all of these so far. Like I don't see that changing. So it's like, oh, it's just fluff. There's nothing on this album. Wrong. You're so wrong. Like,
right. Yeah.
There's so much about this album. It's insane. Oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. So like her mom's literally saying like, no one was ever like, I never made anyone like you before. Like
there's no one like you. This is
what it is. Like you have to make your own sunshine.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have to work for this. Like this is like, you have to make this work. This is life. Like push through. I believe in you. But like this is who you are.
Yeah. And it's just kind of sweet because it's coming from her mom. Like this chorus starts by saying, but my mama told me it's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes.
Yeah.
I never made anyone like you before. It's just kind of interesting.
Right.
Yeah. But now the sky's Opalite. Like
I thought the lyric was before we started our notes, never met no one like you before. Which, if that were the case, obviously, then Taylor would be talking about a partner. But
it changes to met later in the song. So in the next chorus, she's like talking to presumably Travis, and then there she says never met.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's only the first chorus where she says made because it's her mom talking to her. So yeah.
All right, let's go to verse 2.
You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just a pose. And don't we try to love? We give it all we got. Finally left the table, and what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not.
All right. We've got the shady verse.
Now, this verse has caused some shade in the last week or so, which we can unpack. But you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone. Oh boy. Okay. So like, first of all, you could understand it why you felt alone. Like if you're in a relationship, why would you ever feel alone? Which you very smartly pointed out, like, oh yeah, like you mean you're on your own, kid? Like
you're on your own, kid. You always have been.
Right.
Yeah, because when we first heard You're on Your Own, Kid,
it's like sad.
And she was like still with Joe, and we were like, yeah, this is kind of sad. Like, why do you feel so alone, even though you have what we thought was like a partner? Yeah, so with this verse, she seems to be talking to Travis about how he has felt in past relationships and saying, like, yeah, you can understand it why you felt alone. It's like, if you're in a relationship, why do you feel lonely and by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Taylor's definitely felt that before.
Yep.
You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just opposed. Like, what do we call that? Like a status relationship, I guess. Where like,
yeah, it's just like, okay, so people have dug up old social media clips of Travis with his ex, who she was very much like social media influencer vibes, like, and you know, there was a time when all of us were posting a million things on our Instagram stories, so like, you know, in context, maybe it's not as crazy as it seems, but in a lot of the videos, it seems like she's taking videos and she's smiling and she's showing this like perfect like situation, and I'm with my boyfriend, but Travis looks like very sad and dead in a lot of these videos.
Miserable.
Like there's definitely like not that spark that we know that Travis
twinkle
for.
in his eye.
Like, yeah, there's just like there's some disconnect that's happening between like when she's recording on her phone and the Travis we know now.
Yeah.
So you were in it for real. She was in her phone. I feel like is a little bit of shade towards Travis's ex.
Yeah. Yeah, like she was doing it more almost like for this status of like, oh, I'm in a relationship with an NFL player, like the best tight end or whatever. But yeah, it seemed like maybe she was more interested in getting pictures of the two of them together and being his girlfriend for like the status symbol that is, than like actually being in a relationship with him and being partners and being together and connecting and things like that. Which I like, that happens to regular people too.
So it's interesting to me because like, you know, she's kind of calling out the ex for being like kind of into like status symbols. And to me, like based off of Kayla Nicole's, Travis's ex's recent behavior, it seems to me like she really does relish in the fact that she's being talked about at all. Like there's been a lot of shady tweets and posts and Halloween costumes, and to me it's just like it is giving thirsty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's sort of like leaning into like, you were in it for real, she was in her phone. It's like, you know, she's kind of like telling on herself in a way.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, the fact that she feels called out by this verse is like, okay, girl. Like, yeah, you are kind of telling on yourself, because if this resonates,
it's hitting a nerve.
Like this is describing you, then it must be accurate, right?
Yeah, there's some truth to it if it stings this much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then we get to, and don't we try to love, we give it all we've got. So like she's now talking about like the two of them, like we try to love the act of loving someone even when it's hard, because she just talked about in her relationship, like, you know, I understand what it's like to feel alone in a relationship. Like they're sort of like mutually understanding each other in that. And you try so hard to make relationships work sometimes that just aren't going to work. You can't fit a square peg into a round hole. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, if it's
we give it all we
not
got.
right, it's not right.
And we know Taylor loves love. So, yeah.
And, we know. Yeah.
And I mean, she gave it all she had with Joe. Like, you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it, you know? She tried.
White knuckle dying grip. Like she was,
using me, all of that. So then we get the line,
Yep.
you finally left the table. Okay.
And we all shouted at the top of our lungs, she left the restaurant.
Yeah. Or, although I guess it's technically Travis leaving the restaurant or leaving the table because she's talking to him. But it obviously made all of us think about right where you left me.
Help, I'm still at the restaurant, still sitting in a corner I haunt, cross-legged in the dim light, they say what a sad sight I...
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we can't forget that the Eras tour and the set and the whole like design of what Tolerate It was all about was at a table, and we got this line too.
Lay the table with the fancy shit and watch you tolerate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's using the table as
You
a
finally left the
metaphor
table.
for a relationship that's not working. Like you finally left. And then she says, and what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not. I think this is a really good line. Again, like proof that these songs do have great lyrics.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can be starving
absolutely.
in a relationship, like her saying to Travis, like, you didn't understand it, why you felt alone. Like you're in a relationship, why do you feel so starved and like completely unfulfilled? But then once you leave the table, you actually feel so much better, which can seem counterintuitive. So it's this metaphor for like, like you're sitting at a restaurant table starving. You're like, when am I going to be fed? But apparently like there's no food there. So it's once you leave the table and go somewhere else, that's when you're no longer starving because you can be fed somewhere else by something different. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, what a simple thought.
It's like the relief of letting go of something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the relief that comes with like stopping to try to make something work and actually feeling free from all of it. It's like relief, sweet relief.
Sweet relief, yeah.
After all the struggle that you go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre-chorus 2. Here we go.
All of the foes and all of the friends have messed up before, they'll mess up again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. You move on.
There it is.
So this one changes a little bit from before. It said like all of the foes and all the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. This time she's saying have messed up before, they'll mess up again. And then again, she says, life is a song. It ends when it ends. You move on. So like here she's saying, again, like everybody makes mistakes. Like we all go through this. We're all going to continue to make mistakes. But life is a song. It ends when it ends. You just move on. Like you just have to power through and make your own sunshine. Like you'll be fine. You will get past this. Which again made me think of You're on Your Own, Kid with this.
You're on your own, kid. Yeah, you can face this. You're on your own, kid. You always have been.
Maybe You're on Your Own, Kid is another sister song. Because
maybe
that song is also about like all of the hard stuff that she's gone through, but then at the end she flips it and is like, yeah, I've been through some shit, but I got through it and I'll get through it again. And then I rely on myself. Yeah.
Right.
And so this is kind of similar. Like
I have my own back.
We all make mistakes. We all go through some stuff, but eventually you come out, you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you'll get through it and it's going to be okay. And you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, here's chorus 2.
And that's when I told you it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is open
There you go.
So here's where she switched it from never made no one like you before to never met no one like you before, because now she's talking to Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the same thing her mom had to tell her, she's telling Travis, like, you got to make your own sunshine. And also, I've never met anyone like you before who apparently, operates the same way I do,
Right.
Yeah.
They understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to the Bridgie Bridge. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of my favorite lyrics. This is just a storm inside a teacup. Like, I love that line. That would, if I had a Taylor Swift note or document where I was just writing like sayings or, quotes down, storm inside a teacup would definitely be on mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's an idiom for like a lot of fuss or anger about something that's just not important. It's apparently like from the saying "tempest in a teapot" from American English. I don't know. But it also reminds me, when Vogue did their 73 questions with Taylor, they asked her, this was like during 1989, from what I remember.
Okay.
They asked, what is her favorite lyric ever? And she said a lyric from Carly Simon, which was, I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee. For whatever reason, like, I just see the similarity between like, this is just a storm inside a teacup, like this is a nothing burger, like don't worry about it, versus Carly Simon, like, I had some dreams, they were just clouds in my coffee, just like, it's nothing, it doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's temporary or whatever. But yeah, I just love that line. So
yeah, that's cool. The shelter here with me, my love, again reminded me of the albatross. So here's that.
Mm-hmm.
So I crossed my thoughtless heart, spread my wings like a parachute. I'm the albatross, I swept in at the rescue.
Right.
Yeah, like, don't sweat it. This is no big deal. Also, I'm here to protect you. Don't worry about it. Like, we'll be fine together.
Yep. Yeah. And like, I love the next line too. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up. Which, like, great wordplay because like drum and then beat, obviously. But then thunder is a callback to you were dancing through the lightning strikes. Well, what comes after lightning? Thunder. So like, you have to make it through the initial, jabs or whatever. But then there's also going to be a lot of talk. There's going to be a lot of like aftermath from that. Like, thunder like a drum, it'll beat you up. Like, that's what life is. So she's sort of like following that up with some more thoughts on the lightning strikes. And this is just a temporary speed bump. Like, she's giving like a great pep talk, basically.
Yeah. Like, put her in the locker room, Big Red needs to pull her in.
Yeah, Coach Swift in the house.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so her saying this is just a temporary speed bump, like it's no big deal, again, reminded me of the albatross.
Mm-hmm.
And when that sky rains fall on you, and your persona non grata, I'll tell you how I've been there too, and that none of it matters.
Yeah. None of it matters.
None of it matters.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, but if failure brings you freedom, which honestly is like a very common theme, both in Taylor's life and her music. So this made me think of Thank You, Amy.
Screamed, fuck you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that stuff you put me through, but then the way I healed and came out of it, I'm like better for it, you know? Failure brings you freedom. And it also reminded me of this line from New Romantics.
Again, another you're on your own kid sort of vibe. Like every you know, what is it? Every step you take is a what is it? Why can't I think of
look it up. Hold on.
Pregnancy brain. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you know what? I was like, I think that was in my head, but I couldn't think of it.
Everything you lose is a step you take.
There we go. Okay. Thank you.
Failure brings freedom. Same vibe. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. And I can bring
We're
you
definitely
love.
zeroing on You're on Your Own Kid is a sister song. That's definitely a sister song.
Yeah. Who would have thought? But also makes sense because You're on Your Own Kid in a lot of ways brought them together with the whole friendship bracelet thing. And then this is like a very Travis song. I think it's like
it's very poetic.
I think it's the only Travis song that actually talks about his past experiences as opposed to just being about the two of them together. So I wonder if Travis, if this is his favorite, both because it's like a total bop and he's a vibes guy, but also it really speaks to his actual experience and the way they've come together and created this life together. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
I Can Bring You Love and Don't You Sweat It, Baby. And also, like, this whole bridge, I read this as Taylor talking to Travis again. But, like, it could also be Travis talking to Taylor. Because I think
it's definitely a mutual,
Yeah, like, he definitely, like, in the New Heights podcast, she was saying how there are a lot of things that, like, I think normally she would let get to her, but Travis is really good at, like, laughing it off. And it has helped her to approach and, like, react to things differently. So I'm sure he has also said things to her like, don't you sweat it, baby. You know, like, we got this. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of people have like said like I think this is a song that like Taylor wrote after the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl, which is funny because it's like that was obviously really devastating for Travis, of course. Like, but I don't think the timeline quite makes sense. But I mean, maybe. But it is like I view it as more like a mutual like we have each other like conversation. Yeah,
totally. Also, musically, the bridge is my favorite part of this song.
Same.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
That's 60s build. Yeah. Yeah. And that's really all the notes that we have. Yeah. Getting into like the music theory side of things, like it's just so happy. It has that 1960s vibe. I think what the thing I compared it to initially on our first listen was it reminds me of Good Morning Baltimore, which is from Hairspray. And like, I don't know if that's what I'd actually stick with, but it has that like happy 1960s like opening like sequence, which is literally how the musical begins in Hairspray. It's like her being absolutely ridiculously, deliriously happy and like ignoring the like homeless man on the street and like thinking that Baltimore is the most amazing thing ever. Like I get the comparison, but to me now I hear it and I hear the Ronettes Be My Baby like throughout the entire song, like especially the production and the chord progression and the instrument choices, like all of it is very 60s swing pop music, which is fun and lighthearted. So can't help to dance to it.
Yeah, definitely. Should we do favorite lyrics and ratings?
Yeah. So I mentioned mine. My favorite lyric, just based off of like wordplay and just like I love the idiom, is this. And I love the bridge, so that's fine.
It's great. What about your rating?
I gave it an 8.7. In terms of like happy-go-lucky Taylor bops, this is definitely more of my favorite. Again, it's just like a little bit too happy, corny, go lucky for me to consider it to be a 9. I love it. It's just not going to be a song that I put on rotation all the time. I have already talked about how I love sad Taylor. I love Folklore Evermore, Tortured Poets Taylor, of course. But like, I think a lot of people think that this is a nothing burger song. Like it's just floaty and airy and, you know, nothing to it. But I actually do think there's a lot to unpack with it. And it may not be my favorite, but it has some great qualities to it. So I gave it 8.7.
Yeah. I just bumped mine up a tiny bit. I had given it an 8.5, but I bumped it up to 8.6. Because, I mean, basically everything you said.
Taylor scale.
Yeah, Taylor scale, it's not quite like a 9 for me in terms of just personal, like, preferences. But, like, it is such a bop. I think she really pulled it off of, like, what could have been, like, such a corny song, like, you know, and kind of like a flop like Me. Sorry to all the Me lovers if you're out there.
Sorry to the Me lovers.
Sorry to the Me lovers. But especially now after us analyzing it like this, I really think there is a lot more there than we've all been giving it credit for. So yeah, I mean, 8.6, that seems fair. And then this is my favorite lyric.
I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last.
Yeah, I just think it's funny and it's like a fun way to call herself out on her past maybe bad, you know, her bad habits. And we love an Austin shout out. You know, let's get more Austin.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. So
yeah, he needs his time. Yes.
Yeah.
We have very similar recipes for this song. It's kind of a like different but similar vibe, which is fun. I said this song is a coconut meringue cookie. Like when I think of meringue, it's basically like as light as air, literally like in weight, but also like the way it like dissolves on your tongue and like, you know, it's sweet, it's puffy. I just imagine like, you know, blue skies and like Opalite. It's like effervescent, but also fluff. So that's where I thought of it. So I will include the link to it. I've never made a meringue, but I know that a lot of people like them. It's not my like favorite type of, I guess, dessert, but I think it makes sense for this song.
Yeah. Yeah, so mine's kind of similar. I said an angel food cake with strawberries and whipped cream. And I have a recipe
I
from
love that.
Food 52 to link to.
I love that for like a summer dessert. Like that is my favorite summer dessert.
So I don't typically like angel food cake. But I would eat it like this. It's got to be something.
Yeah,
like this.
It has to be. It has to be with fruit and whipped cream. I'm never gonna eat an angel food cake any other way. Sorry about it.
Yeah, it's like super light and airy, sweet, like almost too sweet, and summery. And I feel like the whipped cream is kind of like fluffy clouds in the opalite sky as well. But yeah, it feels like this song.
Yeah, I think those are great choices.
Yeah, definitely. And we got a summer song with this. Like we got a few with this album. Like
we
this
did
at a pool party, you know?
Pool party and Christmas party. So have it both ways.
It's true. It's like Christmas in LA, you know?
It's Christmas in July. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. All right. Well.
All right.
our next
time to sign off, I suppose.
Will be, our next episode will be father figure. So stay tuned for that.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining. And if you'd like to support the pod, make sure you're giving us a follow on TikTok and Instagram and follow us up on YouTube. And I believe our initial reaction of the video is up on YouTube too, right? Like, so you can watch it there if you haven't watched it already.
Yeah. As of today, the Opalite one is out. So you can watch our first 3 songs on YouTube. Awesome. And you can check out our website at blankplatepodcast.com. and send us an email at blankplatepod@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail or text us at 717-382-8313 to share all of your Taylor thoughts.
If you're enchanted by what we're doing here, support us on Patreon, which is linked in our show notes. I also just want to give a huge shout out. Like, our episode of Would've, Could've, Should've is so good. You should listen to it. We'll put a clip of it at the end of this episode so you can get a taste. But like, if you want to get into like some of the like juicy Taylor songs that maybe aren't hitting quite as much with Life of a Showgirl, you got to follow us on Patreon because we're doing it on there. And you can tell us which songs you want us to dig into. But Would've, Could've, Should've, that's a deep one. So you'll get to hear a little bit of that, but give us a follow on Patreon. The link is also in our show notes if you want to go there directly.
Yeah. And until next time, we had the time of our lives with you.
And you know, it's time to go.
So bye.
Bye.
And then, like, my favorite part, if I was some paint, did it splatter on a promising grown man?
It's a great line.
Oh my God. It's like basically saying, like, I'm sorry, did I ruin your reputation as a good guy? You know, like, and of course it's a play on words because we normally hear promising young man, but here she's saying promising grown man. Like, this line is so insanely good because often, like, this idea of a promising young man, at least the way I think about it, it's often used like in the instance of like sexual assault.
Right. Like I think of the Brock Turner.
Exactly. A college case.
Yeah.
A guy sexually assaults a woman. She reports it, but then people don't want to punish the boy because they say he's a promising young man. We don't want to ruin his future.
Yeah. It sort of like doubles down on the like boys will be boys, like apologizing for bad behavior on men, like that. Oh, well, you know, like he's a promising young man. We can't ruin his future. But like, this is a grown man.
Yeah. So her saying like a promising grown man, it's like, I'm sorry, are we supposed to still think that he has room to grow? Like, he was already a grown man.
Yeah.
He should have known better. Right? It's like, and the splattered paint too. Like, if I was to paint in splatter, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I spill on you? Did I like somehow stain you by doing this, by being a part of this?
Did I taint your image of being this perfect person because people can now see who you really are? Like,
Yeah.